All right, so today we're gonna be making a cake. I actually have a good friend who told me how to make this cake, so it can taste um, homemade. And ever since I've been making my cakes exactly like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to follow the instruct from a cake box. You're gonna follow the instructions as far as the back goes. So your 3 eggs, of course, you'll use your 3 eggs. Your oil, use your oil. But in place of the water, what we're going to use is we're going to use whipping cream. Obviously, the name brand doesn't matter, but whipping cream is what you're going to use in place of water. Now, it does thicken up. And you'll follow this, like I said, the same instructions. So as far as whipping cream, you'll use 1/4 cup of whipping cream, based off of this water measurements. It will thicken up, and as you are stirring, you'll notice it'll thicken up. So what I'm going to use is just a little bit of milk. Obviously not all that, but I'm just going to use a little bit of milk. I didn't put it in the shot, but most definitely I'm just going to add a little bit of milk. I'm not going to measure it, just going to eye it, since most definitely the consistency is going to be pretty thick. Splash of vanilla extract. You're still going to use your 3 eggs, your oil. Anyways, keep watching so you can see how we're going to make this box cake, and most definitely going to taste like homemade, and it's going to be nice and fluffy. Stay tuned.
I walk a mile for you, baby. I walk a style for you, baby. Push a couple of pounds or two. You know I clown for you. Shut down the town for you. That's my baby. She own me like a 380. The only thing that drive her crazy, the only reason she lazy. She a bad Mercedes, baby.
Okay, so you're going to follow the instructions on the box. Whipping cream instead of water. Call for 1.25 cups. So there's your cup. There's your quarter. Now, instead of oil, you can use butter, but I forgot about that, so I used oil. Cake came out delicious using oil, so it's really up to you. Instead of the box is calling for 3 eggs, instead of 3 eggs, you'll do 4 eggs. So all you're doing is adding 1 additional egg to your recipe. Vanilla extract, I use 1 tablespoon. I was thinking of using 2 teaspoons, but I said let me just use 1 tablespoon. And then went ahead and mixed it up, getting it ready for Jasmine to come in and start mixing. She is my little helper whenever I do bake cakes. So go ahead and switch places. Go ahead and let Jasmine mix it up. As you're mixing, you'll notice that it becomes thicker. It seems like it becomes like almost like a topping, like a whip topping. So it does get pretty thick, but you just keep on mixing. Of course, Jasmine's getting tired, but she must complete the mission. Once she does as much as she can do, then we go ahead and switch places because we still need to add the Jello. And of course, it needs that good mix. I add about 1 cup of milk. You do notice that I spread it out, but I do add 1 cup of milk while mixing, just so that we can get some consistency in that mix. So I go ahead and switch places with Jasmine so I can get those lumps out. And that's just me eyeballing as far as milk goes, but I think it was about 1 cup. Go ahead and mix it up really good. Like I said, make sure all those lumps are out. It's still going to be thick, and you'll notice when you're mixing that it is very thick. Go ahead and spray your pans down with Pam. These are 9-inch pans. And the temperature is calling for 350. Go ahead and pour it out. And as you can tell, it is really thick, and you can see as it's falling out that it's thick. But you know what? It's perfectly okay, because I promise you this cake is going to come out delicious and taste better than homemade. Tap it down, spread it out, tap it down, spread it out. Okay, so according to the box, it says for 2 9-inch round, it should be 25 to 30 minutes. I usually do about 20 to 23 minutes. I'm gonna do 23 because as you can tell, it's not even at 350 yet. Yes, I typically put it in beforehand. So 23 minutes, and then we'll come back and let it cool off, and I'll show you the fluffiness. Okay, so excuse the messy table, but just want to show you how fluffy this. You can tell, well, I know while I'm cutting you can feel it, but that is not centered. Sorry. And this is a cake for Jasmine, so we're gonna cut her a smaller piece. I know, don't judge me for my cutting. Sorry for the OCD ones out there. Trust me, I plan on fixing it. But look at that. Hold on, Jasmine. We need to zoom in on this. Look at that. Fluffiness. Uh-oh, where's my finger? Oh, that is so fluffy. Look at that fluff. It's very spongy. Look at that. That looks so yummy. I already tried it, the cake, because when I cut this one, this bottom layer, you know, you cut off the top part so it can be flat so you can put that top layer on. And so that slither of top portion I ate, me and Junior. Oh, it is so delicious. Well, let's get a spoon for Jasmine. Let's see what she thinks. So, take a picture of that. This is the cake. And like I said, very, very spongy and soft. Oh, I wish I could try this. I really do. What you think, Jasmine?
And look at this.
Very delicious, very spongy, like I said. Must try if you want your cakes to taste more so homemade. And you have a box cake. Or you don't want to try to make it homemade. Anyways, try my cake. Check us out. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification bars to know when the next time I post a video. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Proud of you. I walk a mile for you, baby. I walk a style for you, baby. Push a couple of pounds or two. You know I clown for you. Shut down the town for you. That's my baby. She own me like a 380. The only thing that drive her crazy, the only reason she lazy. She a bad Mercedes, baby.